Hello and welcome, guys. Let us say I'm gonna go live with this PFL prediction. Might not be the longest stream in the world, but I'm having a bit of obligations today. I'm gonna cover UFC. Just don't know exact time. I will try. I will try to see probably something in the evening, but the problem is I don't have. I don't know exactly when will I be free, as I'm working on some areas of the project right now. So let's get on with it. Let's bring it on. Let's see who's fighting at Pathology. I know that we have a very nice event coming up. Let's start from the bottom. Simon Powell is going to meet Clinton Williams. Powell is fighting. Smooth is fighting out of England, 6'5", 80 inches of reach, Titan fighter gym, and he was having great matches in the past. He outworked Tobias Baker, and I got to say this guy is very well rounded. Clinton Williams on the other side, 9'5", 5'11", 77 inches of reach, 40s MMA fighter, a top-notch striker. Kind of reminds me a bit of a modern version of Mirko Cro Cop, but unfortunately, he lost to all fighters who were very, very good on the ground and who were having good cardio, and they were dragging him to the ground. So the outcome of this match definitely depends a lot on Powell's tactics. Powell should be the favorite in this one. Yes, he is a favorite. Let me see. Powell to win, -290. Powell via submission. I'm gonna share my picks with you. Powell via submission. Yeah, over 4 rounds is very good. Powell submission plus 350. And not going the distance is -325. I like those picks. And I like Williams KO TKO. I also like that pick, which is going to be plus 550. I'm sharing which picks I like, so you decide which ones are you gonna play. Rob Wilkinson gonna fight Bruce Soto, 205-pound contest. Rob the Razor Wilkinson, 13-2-0, 6'3", 80 inches of reach out of Australia. This guy is a heck of a boxer and a heck of a striker, a heck of a kickboxer with excellent ground skills. Only 2 losses to Siar Bahadurzada and Israel Adesanya. He had one UFC outing, but unfortunately lost to CR, and got to say this guy is a heck of a striker with pretty much good ground game, but he lacks in footwork. I mean, he lost to Israel Adesanya in UFC 221 because of the lack of footwork, and he was slower. Bruce Soldado de Cristo Soto, 15-3-0, 5'10", 70.5 inches of reach. He's going to have to deal 6.5 inches of reach disadvantage, but the guy destroyed Travis Davis and Christian Torres. He is a very, very dangerous guy to deal with, better on the ground. But Rob Wilkinson versus Bruce Soto, I believe fight not going the distance is a decent odd. Like not going the distance. Fight doesn't go the decision. Rob Wilkinson versus Bruce Soto. No distance is -325. I don't have plus picks here. That's a problem. Like Rob Wilkinson could finish the fight, but Bruce could also finish the fight. So I have to go. It's really a 50-50 to me, despite odds are heavily leaning towards Rob Wilkinson. I don't think Bruce is that good. I mean, PFL is good for underdogs. Bruce Soto to win, plus 155. Philip Lins. We'll see. Prachny is very unpredictable, so that fight, I don't know, that fight is very hard for me. That fight's so unpredictable. Omari Akhmedov gonna fight Viktor Beshta. Omari Akhmedov on a downfall. Beshta is a former UFC name too. 6'4", 77 inches of reach, fighting out of Stanford and MMA out of Prague. At Octagon, he's riding on 3 back-to-back victories. And he destroyed majority of the opponents at the local promotion. Lost to Alexander Emelianenko, lost to Derek Lewis, Marcin Tybura, Axel Enik, Ruslan Magomedov, Viktor Ever, Konstantin Arokin. The truth is that Viktor Beshta was always dealing ground game issues. On the other side, Omari Akhmedov is a heck of a wrestler, 6'0", 71 inches of reach, but Beshta has that 6-inch reach advantage, and Akhmedov is on a downfall. With back-to-back victories to Brett Tavares and Jordan Young, and triangle choke over arm wrist, and lost to Chris Widman. Akhmedov used to be a great fighter, but unfortunately, something wrong is happening. This is his chance to get back into the winning column. He destroyed Razak Al Hassan, Tim Bodge, Zach Cummings, Ian Heinisch. He was defeating majority of the guys, and then probably something snapped inside of him. But according to Omari Akhmedov's reputation, he should be the favorite in this fight. PFL, UFC gonna go around 2 p.m. Eastern time today. So just covering briefly PFL, as I don't have much of a time. Then must get back to work. But around 2 p.m. ET, I'm gonna cover UFC. And about Prakhnio, I like PFL too. No problem. Also, Akhmedov should be the favorite, which I kinda agree because he's better on the ground. If Akhmedov win, what? Akhmedov is the underdog? Whoa, Akhmedov is the underdog. Kinda surprises me. Akhmedov versus Beshta. Go the distance. Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much, man. Akhmedov Beshta go the distance plus 120. Let me see how much is Akhmedov decision. Akhmedov decision, how much is it? Plus 250. That's okay. Akhmedov decision. Used to be, yes. Used to be, not anymore. Yeah, Beshta used to be a heavyweight, not anymore. How much is Beshta decision? I don't know. Beshta is dropping in weight. I think that will affect his cardio. Hard to pick Beshta here. You would have to be very brave to pick Beshta. Beshta decision plus 300. But I prefer Omari decision. These are picks that I like, honestly. So the next pick is Martin Hamlet versus Theodora Saukštolis. Martin Hamlet really gave a hard time to Modestas Bakauskas. We were discussing that, and he said that Martin Hamlet was the best wrestler ever to fight against him. Fighting out of Asgardstrand, Norway. 6'1", 75 inches of reach. This guy gave many guys a hard time at Cage Warriors, and his wrestling skills simply rock. At PFL, he's having decent score, you know. He defeated Dan Spawn and Cesar Ferreira, lost to Corey Hendricks, Antonio Carlos Jr. He lost to Corey Hendricks, Antonio Carlos Jr. defeated Cesar Ferreira, Dan Spawn. I'm gonna tell you, his wrestling simply rocks. Modestas told me this was the greatest wrestler he has ever dealt with. Now, Theodora Saukštolis, 11'5", 6'0", fighting out of Pancrase Gym, Sweden, but he's out of Vukmerge, Lithuania, a judoka, very good judoka. He competed at many grappling tournaments, lost to Karl Albrechtsson, lost to Muhammad Laval. At Rising, he defeated Bruno Capelloza, so he defeated Jaydeep Singh. But I think Hamlet is just too much with his wrestling. I think Hamlet's wrestling is more powerful than Aukštolis judo. So let me see the odd. Hamlet to win minus 255, as expected. Did you agree with the decision Stanionis over Butaev? Yes. What do you think of next card? I will go UFC around 2 p.m. ET today. Haven't done the breakdown yet, but I have some ideas. I have some hints. Hamlet to win. Minus 255. Hamlet decision. Let me see how much is Hamlet decision. I do have some hints for the UFC, but tonight I'm gonna do the whole card breakdown. Let me see. How much is Hamlet decision? Hamlet decision plus 225. I like that. For now, let me tell you where could I put. For now, I think I'm gonna put money just guessing. Guessing, I will put money on Pedro to defeat Villanueva. Yeah, this is PFL. This is PFL. You like Stevens by decision. Stevens by decision is okay. PFL is Wednesday. I don't know exactly which time it gets underway. It's Wednesday. It's evening UK time. It's Wednesday, I think 6 p.m. ET. Not gonna cover it because I must ref early morning, but think it's Wednesday, something like around midnight UK or 11 p.m., something like that. Let me see. Yes, minus 500. Him and Barry for now. I will see. I have to bet because this is UFC. I have to bet on some fights. Let me see. Martin Hamot and Theodora Schultz. I'm going to go with Hamot decision. Alex Martinez versus Stevie Ray. Now you're going to call me crazy, but I think odds are kind of super wrong here for this fight. For this fight, Stevie Ray is a heavy underdog with plus 115. And I think Stevie Ray is in the better shape than he used to be when competed in the UFC. Alex Martinez, 820, 6'0", 73 inches of reach, fighting out of Grand Prairie, Alberta champion gym fighter, lost to Nathan Schultz and Loic Rachkhabov, defeated Ramirez Rachkhabov. I mean, he's a great fighter, but Stevie Ray trains harder than ever. Out of Glasgow, 5'2", 70 inches of reach. His BJJ rocks, man. I really think this guy could give Martinez a hard time if the fight advances into later rounds because of his brutally good cardio. I think he's in a better shape now than when he competed at UFC. So plus 115 to win Stevie Ray. Yes. Hausch Manfio, I like that too. Romanov, Pedro, Tyson Fury parlay. Romanov, agree. Pedro, agree. Tyson Fury, agree. Agree with all three. Romanov, Fury on Monday for 5 units, minus 244. I think that's a good play. I really think that's a good play. Minus plus 115 to win for Stevie Ray. I don't know which method. Stevie Ray is very unpredictable, but I think this underdog has very good chances to win this fight. I wouldn't pick the method because Stevie Ray is already plus, so it's already plus. Now, let's see. Emiliano Sordi, Corey Hendricks. Sordi offers brutally good experience, while Hendricks, another tricky fighter. 8'4", 6'3", 73 inches of reach, out of Syndicate MMA. Lost to Chris Camozzi, but was a great fight. And defeated Martin Hamlet via rear naked choke. Now, this scares me a lot. It's super hard to defeat Martin Hamlet, and especially to choke this guy out on the ground. Also competed at ACB. Man, I think this guy is very heavily underrated. Emiliano Sordi, 23'9'1", 6'2", 77 inches of reach. Gonna have reach advantage, which doesn't mean much against a guy like Corey Hendricks. Reach advantage not gonna mean much to you. Sordi fought to a draw against Dan Spawn. Also, Sordi used to be the champ in 2019, as well as you know, 4 back-to-back wins in a row. 5. He defeated Bozi Gitatev twice. I watched PFL. on 2019. Sordi used to be in the greatest shape of his life, but now, after that Kamotsi matchup, something changed. He doesn't have that cardio he used to have. And the Dana White Contender Series, you've seen how Sordi can have a hard time against very strong guys. You remember what happened to him against Ryan Spann, for example. So let me check the odds. Sordi is a heavy favorite. Man, I disagree. I don't know. I think Hendricks could pull this out. Jeremy Stevens gets his first win potentially. When is the fights? Wednesday, I think 6 p.m. Eastern time. What is your style of betting? More chalk or dog catcher? I prefer how to say. I mean, there are no safe picks in betting, but I prefer, for example, when I think something is going to happen, I place that. So, for example, once I placed a bet on Jasmine Jezudevichus, which was plus 200. Once I made a parlay of minus 400. It depends, but I'm not that much of a dog catcher. Last time I placed a dog pick, it was Marcin Tibura. Unfortunately, that fight didn't come to fruition. So I only bet when I have a UFC card. So you can say that I don't like too risky matches. One can say that, but again, I'm saying which fights I like. I like Corey Hendricks to win here. Corey Hendricks to win, man. This guy is heavily underestimated. I mean, everybody are like gonna sleep on Sordi because he's the former champ, but Hendricks is brutally good on the ground, so I think he has good chances of winning the fight. Or backup pick could be backup pick for this fight. Let me see the odds, just to see the odds. Fight goes the distance. It's plus 100. His fight goes the distance. Let me see. PFL. Okay, this is prelim. Now I'm gonna transition to main card. Give me a few seconds, please. 1 second, just to edit description. Okay, I'm gonna transition to the main card. 1 second, please. Sorry, guys. I can't respond to messages now. They are annoying. Nathan Schultz versus Olivia Yubin, Monsieur. They are asking me, can I ref some match? I can ref, but I will respond later. Nathan Schultz at 21-4-1. 5'10", 69 inches of reach, American top team fighter, fighting out of Joinville, Santa Catarina. Nathan Schultz was better than Alex Martinez. He was better than Leikrach Khabov, Ahmed Aliyev, Ramsey Najem, Jesse Ronson, Jin Kaobao. He is a long-time PFL guy, and one and only loss happened to Marcin Held. I really enjoy Nathan Schultz's fights. Listen, guys, if there is one thing that you can learn from Nathan Schulte, it's top control and cage control. This is what my coach says. My coach also likes to show us the examples of Nathan Schulte for top control and for cage control. So believe me, that guy is extremely, extremely talented at those two aspects of the game. Clay Cord is a good underdog. Yes, he is. Romanov and Fury, go for it. Who else should we add? Romanov and Fury, I definitely agree. I think I'm gonna place my money on Barry and Pedro. I think I'm gonna place my money, but I will see yet. I will let you know which is my parlay tonight. Clay Collard, a good underdog, absolutely. Also, Olivia, you've been Monsieur. You know everything about the guy, the Canadian gangster, 13.50, 5'9", 70.5, out of Quebec. Yeah, he trains with Firas Zahabi. He is former judoka. Back-to-back victories over Marcin Held and Daryl Horcher. Losses in UFC to Hernandez, Burns, Tsarukian. But these were all decision wins. The guy, that's a tough kid. Believe me. Also to Diego Ferreira, decision loss. The kid is tough. The kid can take a very, very brutal beating. And he was defeating some good guys. For example, he choked out Drew Dober. This tells me that this is not an easy guy to deal with. And Nathan Schulte is the underdog for a reason. The underdog, because Yubin Monsieur will hardly get knocked out. I don't think Schulte has what it takes to destroy this guy. But I do have a feeling that the fight will go the distance. So Schulte Schultz versus Yubin Monsieur. Fight goes the distance. -1, I know. I'm gonna fade Amanda Lemos. I think she wins, but I'm gonna fade her. Let me see. Yubin Monsieur decision. How much is decision? I mean, Monsieur rarely puts people to sleep, so Nathan Schultz is hard to destroy. Nathan Schultz is very, very hard to destroy. And his submission defense is very decent, so I don't see a finish here. I don't see a finish in this fight. Let me see. Yubin Monsieur decision. Hold on. Yubin +160. +160. Schultz decision. Yeah, anything is possible. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. If you believe anything is possible. That's like Yoel Romero's quote, but that's true. I like one of those. I really think this fight has good chances to go the distance. I don't see a stoppage here. Plus, Nathan Schultz offers extremely good submission defense. So, sorry, and Yubin Monsieur is also good in defending submissions. These are odds that I expect are gonna come to fruition. Antonio Carlos Jr. versus Dillon Monte. Antonio Carlos Jr., Cara de Sapato, 1350, Jitzer, BGG, Salvador Bahia, Brazil, ATT fighter, 6'2", 79 inches of reach, very long reach. He choked out Martin Hamlet. He defeated Emiliano Sordi. He was better than Tom Lawler. You know in UFC that he scored 3 back-to-back losses. There's no need to look back on that. You know that he was fighting some of the toughest guys in the league. Excellent grappler. The guy, guys, I rewatched that grappling tournament. Now I want to tell you. I rewatched that grappling tournament. The guy defeated Gary Tonon via flying triangle. I really said to myself, okay, let's tune the damn fucking UFC on Fight Pass. Let's see this. And I'm like, how in earth did you do a flying triangle against a guy like Gary Tonon? I'm like, how in earth, man? How in earth? Amanda Lemos by decision. That's okay, Odd. I think I'm going to fade her, but that's okay, Odd. I'm gonna say one thing. Carlos Jr., if there is one thing that guy knows, it's submission skills. Like, super great submission skills. He's extremely dangerous within the first round. Can he pull this out against Dillon Monte? Well, 8-1-0 for Dillon Monte, 6'0". The problem is the fact that Dillon Monte is also skillful with submissions. That's another problem. Plus, he hits like a Mack truck. Who is more dangerous within the first round? I would say Carlos Jr. because when the opponent is not sweaty BJJ, BJJ fighters are the most dangerous. So I have one very much insane pick for Antonio Carlos Jr. versus Dillon Monte. Very much insane pick. I would say fight ends round 1. Oh no, man. No, they fucked me. It's minus odd. Oh, I was thinking it's gonna be plus odd. Thank you, James. Which sport book? You can check at this site. You check which sport book works at your state. I am usually visiting a local bookie here. Only Bet365 works here. I am visiting Meridian and Mozart, but you can check. This is according to your state. Which one gonna work? I was saying junior round 1, but this is minus 110. Fuck. I was thinking it's gonna be plus. They fucked me up, man. But okay. I was thinking that's gonna be plus. But if you wanna risk, you can say junior submission round 1. Junior to win minus 760. Like if you want crazy risk. Then you can play something like fight ends round 2 or something like that. If you don't want to risk much, not going the distance, but it's shitty odd, but I know it's shitty odd, but I knew what I wanted to play and they fucked me up. It's minus odd. I was thinking like Junior to win. I was thinking like Antonio Carlos Jr. to win round 1 gonna be plus value because I know that he attacks with submissions instantly and they placed minus. Bookies are extreme. It seems bookies know more than us, unfortunately. They know where to put minus value. House Manfio versus Don match. One of you wrote in the chat, I like Manfio via decision. I also like Manfio via decision very much. 5'9", 73 inches of reach out of Team Noguera. The guy outworked Petty, Scola, Drachabo, Lutherbach, and he showed that he can really take a beating. This guy showed that he can really take a beating. Match 10-3-1, 6'0", 72 inches of reach out of Cape Town, Africa. Choked out Nathan Williams. He was better than Fares Ziam. He was better than T. Edwards. But the problem with this guy is the fact that Manfio is stylistically bad matchup for him. I really believe that Manfio is stylistically very bad matchup for him because Manfio marches forward, takes a beating, and he's not going to take part in a toe-to-toe fight. He will cut him. He has good counters, good lateral movements, and he's not going to stand like a log. I think Manfio going to win this one. Let me see. Manfio plus 120. I like that. Yeah, I like that. Plus 120. Hey, how are you, GeForce Bond? Big greetings. Manfio decision. I really like Manfio decision too, guys. I don't know who wrote that in the chat, but I also like that thought very much. So let me see. Plus 175. Good hanging in there. Hello, thank you so much for joining. Tonight I'm gonna go with UFC. Just to know, I haven't done the research yet because I just did PFL research. Must get back to work, and then I'm gonna place my bet, and I will inform you everything. I only bet when there is UFC event, so just to know. But I inform you always what I picked. Like tonight, I'm gonna let you know. Clay Collard versus Jeremy Stevens. Honestly, I don't know why this is the main event. Maybe because it's Jeremy Stevens, but Clay Cassius Collard, 5'11", 73 inches of reach out of Las Vegas, Nevada. The guy lost to House Manfio, defeated Anthony Pettis, Shelton Lutherbach, and at boxing, he didn't have the greatest score, but you put a boxer into PFL, and he defeated Anthony Showtime Pettis. What should I think about that guy? I mean, this is same like putting, for example, Clarissa Shields in PFL. She lost to that girl, Abigail Montejo, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But she defeated Brittany Elkins. Now, Jeremy Stevens is on a downfall. You've seen how he got... You've seen how the Polish fighter, I think Gamrot ranked him over. 5'9", 71 inches of reach. I think the guy already has CT. I think he has taken too much beating. I really think the guy has CT, Alliance MMA fighter. He should really retire. I mean, I'm a big fan of his, but he's on a big downfall. Losses to Aldo, Magomed Sharipov, Rodriguez, Qatar, Gamrot. Sorry, I'm a big fan of Lil Hitton, but I think his time to retire is now. Lastly, he defeated Josh Emmett in 2018. I really think he should retire, and I'm not a hater. You know that I'm a big fan of Lil Hitton, but I can't. Schultz plus Manfio, Brazilian Florida parlay. Let's go. I like that. Clay is more motivated. Guys, I'm not a hater. I mean, you know me very well. I'm not Stevens hater. I picked Gamrot against Stevens because Stevens lacked in motivation. I think his motivation lacks again. If Stevens wins, that has to be some kind of a ground submission, but Collard survived Pettis on the ground. Collard survived Pettis on the feet. For me, Pettis is a better fighter than Lil Hitton. I don't know, guys. And PFL is so stacked with picks and odds that make no sense. Like, why is Collard the underdog? Can somebody explain me why Collard is the underdog? Collard to win, plus 120. Collard decision. How much is Collard decision? I like that. Collard decision. There are so many tricky picks in PFL. Like, if you want to go with some kind of risks that could pay out, Collard wins by decision, plus 215. We know you're not a hater, Vlad. I get that of people when I suggest Tony Ferguson should retire. I know, man. I know. I'm a diehard fan of Tony Ferguson, but I can't pick him in his next fight. No offense. As a diehard fan of Tony Ferguson, I think Chandler is gonna run him over. Ray Cooper beat Rory McDonald so easily, it surprised me. Yeah, me too. Me too. Jeremy Stevens hasn't won in 6 fights. He is still the favorite. Can you fucking believe it that the guy is still a favorite? Why, man? Why is he a favorite? Can somebody please explain me? As a diehard fan of Jeremy Stevens, I would put him as an underdog. As a diehard fan, as a super biased guy. So I'm extremely biased towards Jeremy Stevens, and I would put him into an underdog. And I'm extremely biased because I'm a big fan. So I'm gonna give you some round robin now. I think I can make 4 parlay round robin here because there are so many upsets. So many potential upsets. So let me see. Collard plus 112. Manfio plus 112. Who else is the underdog? I'm not gonna touch that Schultz fight. I mean, Schultz is underdog for a reason. Hendricks sorted. Anything can happen. Stevie Ray is a good underdog. Stevie Ray. I usually don't have this, but that's it. And there you go, round robin 3 leg. Who did I had Jan? I had Jan to win, but I missed that. I was wrong about that fight because I picked Jan to win and Sterling won. I had 3-2 Aljo. I scored 3-2 Aljo. Aljo won fair and square, unfortunately. I was wrong about that fight, but I didn't put it on my parlay, if that's what you're asking. Last time I was wrong about Luki to win. So, I mean, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I'm doing this for fun. Stevie Ray, sneaky underdog. Yes, you have round robin 4 leg parlay, you have round robin 3 leg parlay. So you can pick which one works for you better. Stevie Ray is a pick and fight for me. I don't know why that guy is an underdog because he trains harder than ever. I'm in very good relationships with a guy who visits Stevie Ray on a regular basis, and this is not a speculating. This is a first-hand info. So the guy is training extremely hard. That was really surprising to me with Jan. I was not surprised with that because Jan fought without his coaches. I told you I'm fading that fight for a reason. When you fight without a coach, it's hard. Believe me, if I fought without my coach, I would have 90% lost the fight. It's hard to fight without your coach, guys, and this is not a joke. I'm dead ass. It's very hard to fight without your coach. So I faded that fight for a reason. That Aljo Sterling, and I faded Gilbert Hamzat for a reason because I knew that Gilbert might stylistically be a bad pick for Hamzat Chimaev. So I faded those 2 fights for a reason. All right, guys, I have to go now. 2 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. UK. I'm going live with UFC picks. Okay. So 2 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. UK. I'm going live for my what am I saying, with my UFC picks. So I'm gonna just stay here, be here, and we will discuss. I will let you know. I haven't placed a bet yet. As soon as I place the bet, I will let you know. It's going to be 2 or 3 leg parlay this time, which I'm thinking whether to put 2 or 3 leg parlay. I will still think a bit, then I will let you know. All right, have a great day, guys, and catch you in like 4 hours. All right, bye-bye.